Alright, hi there YouTube, it's me Morphsuit America playing on the Korean version of Dragon Blaze. And in this episode, it's gonna be directed both towards Korean and global, but I never really got into a bunch of details about it, or I kind of talked about the key points, but I kind of want to mention it again because, I think I did a bad talk about this mode. But yeah, I'm going to be talking about Guild Siege, Guild Plunder, Guild Occupation, Guild whatever the heck you want to call it. Obviously, if you want to run this event or this mode, you need to be in a guild. So if you still need to find a guild, or if you need to find an active guild, go on Discord. There should be a link in the description below, and go to the chat, go to the right chat. If you're playing on global, go to global. If you're playing on the Korean server, go onto the Korean tab and just ask if there's any guilds looking for, active members. So, with that being said, I'll allow any guild leader on Korean or global Dragon Blaze to, to advertise their team in the comments below. Just make sure that, 1, you're active, and 2, if you're playing on global, this is only for global, you put down where you're at, or what server you're playing in, because in global, there are different servers. There's the Americas, Europe, Asia, and then several other Asian servers. So, yeah, make sure you put down that along with your team name, because I do not want new players may come in, they see the team name, they try to look it up, they can't find it in the team search, they might be confused to why they don't see it, and most likely it's because you're not in the same server of whatever team they're stationed at. So yeah, make sure you clarify that all in the comments below. And the reason why I'm not going to be strict with the Korean side is because the Korean Dragon Blaze only have one server, and it's the Korean Dragon Blaze. We don't actually have an option to change to a different server. And when I'm referring to the Korean Dragon Blaze, I'm referring to the actual Korean Dragon Blaze. Like, you can't read a lot of this stuff. Like, right here, it should say Robot Cerberus or something, but you see a bunch of characters in Korean text. So, yeah. Okay, with that being said, let me go on to the next point. To find Guild Conquest, Guild Siege, Guild whatever you want to call it, you go to the Honor Gorg, you click on the castle area or the guild section, depends on which, it depends on if you're playing on global or the Korean Dragon Blaze, and then you find this screen. Now, depending on if it's a Sunday or if it's not a Sunday, or maybe it's early Monday, this may be locked. Now, right now, you can see that it's not locked. However, I have, is it 3 days? I think it's 3 days to actually run this before they close it down again. Usually on a Sunday, or like right after the Saturday and they decide to do a refresh, they will close down Guild Siege, Guild Plunder. And you want to make sure that you actually run this, even though you may not be doing a bunch of damage to these towers. You want to contribute, just participate in it so you can get your rubies. Now, if you're in an active team and an organized team, then you may need to plan accordingly so you can figure out who's gonna get, first place for this tower so they can get this much rubies, or like, whatever you guys need to do. Obviously, over here in my Korean guild, there's only a few players that are active right now, and I kind of need to check and kick people out of the guild and get active members in, because apparently I need to do a better job as a guild manager, but I just been doing a bunch of other stuff here and there. So yeah, I'll let you guys know if my guild is open to recruitment and stuff, but till then, yeah, just make sure that you run Guild Siege, Guild Plunder before the Sunday. And with that being said, this mode right here where you see the 5 towers and you can actually go in, this is open Monday through Saturday. Now, I don't know the exact times, and depending on your time zone, you may need to convert it accordingly. I'll have a bunch of information in the description below, specifically talking about the guild Plunder and guild siege stuff. You can find it on Wikipedia. So with that being said, I will be pulling my old footage I have of guild... Well, right now I'm going to call this guild Plunder right here, because we're attacking the towers and stuff. Now, the other name I'm going to call it is guild siege, because we are actually attacking the castle. How do you get your guild name up here? You need to dish out a bunch of damage on the guild siege section, or the guild siege event. Now, I'm going to be using a bunch of old footage, or like a few minutes of my old footage talking about the guild siege part. This will run on a Sunday. I don't know when exactly, but it runs on Sunday, and you want to make sure you get in on that. It's like Guild Adventure, but it's Guild Siege, and all of the guilds are participating, and depending on how much damage you did, or how much damage the guilds do, the top 5 will be taking over a tower, or their names will be listed up here, and obviously the rewards will be a bunch of rubies, and also essences, a couple of essences. It's not a lot, but just for participating in the guild siege part, you get essences depending on how much damage you did, or how far you're progressing when it comes to beating down the HP bar to 0. And the boss name I think is Bao. So if you know the reference to it, it's pretty much a demon, or it goes to mythology, and you can Google that up on your own time. But pretty much, Guild Siege is where we attack the NPCs, or like Bao, and try to take over the towers, and we get a bunch of stuff out of it. With that being said, you can also compete with your other team members and see who can dish out the most damage, and also you can see where you stand as a guild when it comes to this mode. But once it hits 0, pretty much that's it. It's closed. Unlike Guild Adventure, this is actually a I wouldn't say worldwide thing, but it's once that HP bar hits 0, and let's say you decide to log in late and it's already at 0, you can't get into it anymore. Or you can't get in there anymore, and you can't, give some points you can't get points of participating in it, so you don't get the slight rewards for running Guild Siege. So make sure you plan accordingly. Once again, if you need to find the exact times, and if you need to convert it to your time zone, all of that can be found in the description below. Yeah, this was a pretty messy video when it comes to me trying to explain this, because I don't know why. I've been trying to find the right words, but then it went out of my head, and then I'm like, ugh. So I apologize if I've been stuttering, or like stumbling on my words, or like keep on messing up and saying bad English and shit, but whatever. Thank you guys for watching. If you got any comments, questions, or concerns, leave it down in the comments below, and I'll see you guys around. Peace!